This is why you're not successful. And before you get pissed off and click away, hear me out. I've built businesses, I've sold them for 8 figures, I've lost millions, and I've built it back again. I've seen what separates winners from losers, and it's not what you think it is. The difference isn't talent, it's not luck, it's not connections or capital of any type, or the excuses you continually tell yourself. It's simpler than that, it's also harder than that, and if you can handle the truth, this video will change everything for you. Look, I'm not here to make you feel good, I'm here to tell you the truth, and the truth is, most people are their own worst enemy. They sabotage their own success every single day, and they don't even know it. I'm going to show you exactly how they do that. Reason number 1, you're not successful. You're not obsessed enough. You think you want success, but you don't really want it. You want it to be easy. You want it to be convenient. You want it to fit into your comfortable little life, and that's not going to happen. I can't even get along with somebody who works 40 hours a week. You know why? Because if you're not at least working 60 to 80 hours a week, you're not even working. You're just a part-timer. And I know that pisses you off, but I don't care. It's the truth. You've got to put in the effort and put in the time to be successful. Here's the truth. While you're watching Netflix, your competition's working. While you're sleeping, they get up at 5 a.m. and they hit the grind. While you're making excuses about, oh, my work-life balance, they're building an empire. I spent one entire year never sleeping at my house. Not once did I step foot in there. Was it sustainable? No. Was it necessary? Absolutely, because it's what it took to build the foundation for everything I have now. Success requires obsession. No interest, no passion, obsession. If you're not thinking about your goals when you wake up in the morning, when you go to sleep, when you're in the shower, you're not obsessed enough. And if you're not obsessed, someone else is. Reason number 2, you surround yourself with the wrong people. Show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you your future. And for the most part, your future won't look pretty. You're hanging out with people who think working weekends is crazy, people who think 40 hours is more than enough, people who complain that their boss never lets them do anything to change their situation. Those people are a poison to your success. I had to back away from my friends that had that mentality. Man, they were good people, people I cared deeply about, but they were holding me back. They didn't understand the sacrifice that I needed to make. They didn't understand where my vision was. They thought I was absolutely crazy for going for the goals that I have. Here's what I learned. You become who you spend your time with. If you're around people who make excuses, guess what? You're going to end up making excuses. But if you surround yourself with people who are obsessed, that want to work that 80 hours, that want to put in that extra time, who want to build something legendary that becomes the new normal, those are the people that set your new standard. Stop trying to drag your old friends up to new levels. Find new ones. Find ones that are already a level above you and want to be somewhere that you want to be. It's necessary to get to where you're going. Reason number 3, you quit too early. You give up before you break through. You stop when it gets hard instead of pushing through when it matters the most. You could be 3 feet from success and you walked away. I've been doing cold plunges for over a year straight. Every single morning, I tell you, I have to convince myself to get in that 41-degree water. Every morning, I want to quit, but I don't. You know why? Because if I quit on something as simple as a cold plunge, I'll quit on everything else. And just think about what my team sees. They're going to quit on me when I need them the most. Most people quit when they hit their first real obstacle, their first rejection, their first failure, that very first setback. Take that as a sign they're not meant for success. That's bullshit. They're meant for success. They just quit too soon. I built my first auction from 30 cars a night to selling 100 cars a night. That took almost 2 years to do, but that was 2 years of grinding, 2 years of problem, and 2 years of lots of setbacks. Guess what? Most people would have quit that job after 6 months. Here's what successful people understand, that breakthroughs come right after you want to quit. The success comes right after failure. The opportunity comes right after you had that last rejection. But you have to stay in the game long enough to see it. You have to be willing to fail forward, to learn every setback, to get back up every time you get knocked down. Most people don't have that resilience. They get punched in the mouth and they don't get back up. Reason number 4, you don't have discipline. You rely on motivation and motivation only. And I tell you, that's bullshit. Motivation gets you started, but as I always say, discipline gets you to that finish line, and that's where success is found. You say you want to be successful, but you can't even get out of bed on time. You hit the snooze button every time the alarm goes off. You say you want to build a business, but you can't even stick to a simple workout routine at the gym. You say you want to be wealthy, but you're not even disciplined enough to read a book once a month. I'm on track to read 52 books this year. I do 1 book a week. Some days I don't even want to read. Some days I'm just too tired. I'm too busy. I've got millions of things going on. But guess what? I stop. I make the time to read anyways, because that's the discipline that I need, and that's what it looks like to be successful. Discipline is doing what you said you would do when you said you would do it, whether you feel like it or not. It's showing up when you don't want to. It's doing work when nobody else is watching. And here's the thing about discipline. It compounds. When you're disciplined in one area, it creates a discipline in every area you're working on. When you can create discipline in yourself to do all the small things, man, you create new discipline in yourself to do the big things as well. But most people want success without discipline. They want the results without the process. They want the destination without the journey, and that's not how it works. And the biggest reason you're not successful, you're making excuses instead of making decisions. You've got an excuse for everything. Oh, you're too old, you're too young, you don't have enough money, you don't have the right connections. That's all BS you're telling yourself every single day. I started my all-in phase when I was 48 years old. Everyone thought I was crazy. Everybody's telling me, Andy, you should start winding it down. Don't be ramping something up. You should be thinking about retiring. Spend that money. Go enjoy that time with that family, with that success you had. But guess what? I didn't. I made no excuses. I made a decision to start back up. You know what separates successful people from everyone else? Successful people make decisions fast. They do change them slow, but the difference is unsuccessful people make decisions slow and they change them extremely fast. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and for somebody to say the perfect thing. Stop waiting for more money, more time, more knowledge. Stop waiting for permission. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment you need to know is right now. Every excuse you make is a decision to stay where you are. Every reason you give yourself a why you can't is a choice to remain unsuccessful. And that's fine. Just own it. Don't pretend you want to be successful when you really just want to stay in a comfortable place. Success is an uncomfortable journey. It requires sacrifice. It requires discipline. It requires obsession every day. It requires surrounding yourself with the right people, making the right decisions instead of making excuses. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. So there it is. That's why you're not successful. You're not obsessed enough. You surround yourself with the wrong people all the time, and then you just quit too early. You don't have the discipline, and you make excuses instead of making decisions. That leads to being unsuccessful. But here's the good news. You can change all of that right now. You can decide to be obsessed. You can choose better people to be around. You can develop discipline. You can stop making excuses and start making decisions. The question is, are you going to do it, or are you going to keep making excuses? If you're ready to stop being your own worst enemy, start building something real today, boom, hit that subscribe button. We're going to show you separating winners from losers right here. Stay consistent, stay successful, and let's build something powerful.